So, after you and Jake divorced, you moved to California.
That's right.
And Jake stayed here in Bay City?
Yes.
Do you know why?
Objection. The witness cannot testify to the motivation of the victim.
Sustained.
Let's move on. What made you come back to Bay City?
A lot of things. My family is here.
And at that time, you considered a reconciliation with your ex-husband?
Yes.
Why?
Jake and I had a lot of unfinished business.
You still cared about him?
Yes.
Did you love him?
He was very important to me. And I thought that even though we were divorced, I owed it to both of us to find out if there was anything left to save.
And was there?
No.
You knew that right away?
No. And Jake was very affectionate, and he wanted to start over. And so did I.
So you became engaged again?
Yes.
But
I began to wonder whether it was ever going to work out with us. And I suspected that he was having an affair with Paulina Corey.
why did you suspect that he was having an affair?
A lot of things happened. And then I found out that he had arranged to get me out of town so he could be with her. And that was it for me.
So on the night of October 25th, you went to see Jake McKinnon.
Yes,
Why?
to tell him it was over. He had given me a ring, and I wanted to give it back to him.
And what time did you arrive at the loft?
About 8,
Was he alone?
yes.
All right, Marley. I want you to please tell the jury now exactly what happened at Jake McKinnon's after you arrived.
Soon after I got there, Paulina Corey called, and I handed the phone to Jake, but he hung up on her.
Then what did you do?
I told him I knew about Paulina.
How did he react to that?
He said that Paulina didn't mean anything to him, and that he wanted to elope that night. He had even purchased tickets.
Did this persuade you?
No. I told him that I wasn't going to marry him that night, or ever.
Did Jake accept that?
No. He tried to persuade me, but I said I wouldn't change my mind.
What happened next?
I went to give him the ring back, but he wouldn't take it, so I put it in his pocket.
You didn't throw it.
No. No, never.
Then what happened?
I went to leave. That's what you mean, isn't it?
No. That's not what I mean at all. How did Jake react when you told him that it was over?
I told you he was upset.
Upset? He was upset? You tell your fiancé that the wedding is off, the marriage is over, and the only word you can find to describe his feelings is upset?
He...
Come on, Marley. Remember, you're under oath. I think it's time you told this jury the whole truth, don't you? The whole truth?
I have told the truth.
What did Jake do when he found out that it was over, Marley? What did he do to you? Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
What did Jake do to you that
Your
night,
Honor.
Marley?
Your Honor, permission to approach the bench.
Good idea. He's harassing her. You gotta stop him.
I don't think we can allow this to continue, Your Honor.
This testimony has to get into the record, Your Honor.
He is badgering his own witness. He's trying to will her into a testimony that she obviously doesn't want to give.
Or is it testimony you don't want to hear?
You know, if you're suborning perjury, you're going to
I
be
know
this.
the point you're trying to make, counsel. And believe me when I tell you this, it better be relevant.
Stacy, what the hell is going on?
I don't know. But I'm sure that Cass is acting with Marley's best interests in mind.
Best interests. Look at her. You don't know what this is costing her.
Michael.
Donna, I can't stop him. I don't know what he's doing.
But I don't understand. There's already been testimony that Jake tried to rape her.
Why is he making her bring this up again? He seems to want her to talk about something she's not willing to talk about.
Has she told Cass and she hasn't told us?
That's possible.
Jamie, come on. You have got to calm down. You realize that this room is filled with reporters that are just waiting for you to do something. You can't afford to let that happen.
She can't take it. She's not ready for this.
My client is having a very difficult time relating all of the events that occurred that night, Your Honor.
So you want to scare her out of it? What's going on with her?
I'm just trying to help her help herself, that's all.
Leading questions may only be asked during cross-examination, and when a witness is deemed hostile, and you know that, Cass.
She's right.
I'm not suggesting any answers to my witness. All I'm trying to do is have her recount each and every event that occurred that night, regardless of what she may have already
Your
said
Honor,
in her
this
statement.
is grandstanding.
What
Again.
this is vital to this case, Your Honor. Please.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
But get to your point.
Yes, sir.
And stop antagonizing your client. It's obviously not getting you anywhere.
Mrs. McKinnon, was Jake more than upset with you when you broke off the engagement that night?
Yes.
What other word would you use to describe his emotions?
He was angry,
How angry?
very.
What did he say?
He said that I was leading him on and making a fool out of him.
What did you say to that?
I told him that what was happening between us and the reasons why I was leaving him were his doing.
Did the subject of Jamie Frame ever come up?
Only once.
What was said?
Jake said that I was listening to lies about him from Jamie and my sister.
And how did you reply to that?
I said the same thing I did before. I told him that the reason I was leaving him was because things he had done, nobody else.
Did Jake accept that?
I thought he had.
And so you turned to leave.
Yes.
And then what happened? What did he do to you, Marley? Come on, Marley, you're under oath. Tell this jury the whole story. Once and for all, stop protecting him. Did Jake McKinnon use force against you?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled. Answer the question now, Mrs. McKinnon.
What kind of force?
I went to leave, and he got around me.
He prevented you from leaving.
Yes.
So Jake kept you there, held you there against your will. Did you try to get away?
Of course.
But you couldn't, could you? Marley.
Quiet, or I will clear this courtroom.
Did Jake McKinnon force himself on you sexually?
He wanted to. Yes.
What happened? What did he do to you?